Good morning, ninth class. As you know that for the last 3 days we are doing our lesson, The Lost Child. And we have read the summary also, we have discussed the important points also, and the reading is also done. So everybody knows that in the lesson a little boy is there who went to the fair with his parents, and on the way he was very excited. He wanted to see all the things, he wanted to get all the things on his way because he was very happy. But when he entered the fair and there was a great rush, he was looking for everything, and after some time he was lost in the fair. And when he came to know that he was alone, parents are not near him, so he started weeping bitterly. At that time, a gentleman helped him and took him in his lap. The man tried to give him all the things that he wanted earlier. Because the child was weeping bitterly, so the man tried to give him all the things that he wanted in the fair. But the child was very upset, he was weeping, and he wanted only back his parents. He was cried for his mother, for his father. So it was there in the story. So today we shall discuss the exercise of the lesson. What are the questions? And we will discuss them. So let us see them. Now see in the exercise. Our first question is, what are the things the child sees on his way to the fair? And why does he lag behind? So you know very well that there were many things on the way and he was fascinated by them. So we have to write the language set. The child walks through a flowering mustard field, stretching across miles and miles on even land. It is bustling with dragonflies. As they pass through the field, he sees a lone black bee or butterfly fluttering. Little insects and worms along the narrow, winding paths, teeming out of their hiding places, as well as in a grove from where flowers fall upon the child, raining petals on him. A banyan tree and narrow winding footpaths converging to the fair full of crowds of people. And why does he lag behind? The second part is, why does the child lag behind? Because he was fascinated by all the sights of insects, worms, bees, dragonflies. He runs after the butterfly, he tries to catch it, and when it still its wings to rest, but it flies upon into the air. So the child was fascinated by all these things. He was busy to see all these things, therefore he lags behind. Clear, everyone? Okay. Now second question. In the fair, he wants many things. What are they? Why does he move on without waiting for an answer? In the first question, it was there ki what are the things that child sees on his way to the fair? We have to describe the things on the way. But in the second question, we have to tell the things that he saw in the fair. And what are they? Why does he move on without waiting for an answer? The child wanted many things in the fair, but he moved on without waiting for the answer. So what was the reason for that? So in the fair, he wants barfi, his favorite sweet, a garland of gulmohar, balloons, a ride on a runabout. He moves on because he knows that his parents would not let him buy any of those things. They would say that the flowers were cheap and he was too big to play with balloons, and the music of the snake charmer's flute too coarse. In other words, give some or the other excuse. Who will give? Parents will give. Perhaps he has learned to accept the fact that all his demands would not be met by his parents. Thus, he moves on without waiting for an answer. Because parents were not ready to give him anything. So, he keep on moving without waiting for the answer. But he wanted many things there. Okay? Come to the third question now. When does he realize that he has lost his way? How have his anxiety and insecurity been described? When does he come to know that he has been lost? He realizes that he has lost his way when he wants a ride on the roundabout. When there is no reply from them who are them? Parents. He turns to look at his parents but does not find them. A full deep cry rises within his dry throat, and with a sudden jerk of his body, he runs from where he is standing. He was running here and there, crying bitterly, crying in real fear. He calls out, "Mother, Father," tears rolling down from his eyes. His face becomes flushed with fear. Panic stricken, he runs hither and thither in all the directions, knowing not where to go. His yellow turban comes united, and his clothes become muddy. Having run to and fro, he stands defeated, and his cries become suppressed into sobs. He looks for them among those seated on the green grass, but does not find them. He runs quickly again, this time towards a shrine, where every little inch of space is occupied by the jostling crowd, and he is in danger of being trampled upon. Means there was a big rush, a lot of rush was there. But even then he entered because he wanted his parents back. So it was the question. Now, question number 4. Why does the lost child lose interest in the things that he had wanted earlier? When he came to the fair, he wanted many things. But when he came to know that he has been lost, then his interest was lost in everything. So, what was the reason? Why does the lost child lose interest? The lost child is no longer interested in the things that he had wanted earlier, because now he is anxious to be with his parents. He is gripped with the fear of never being able to see them. He feels lost and insecure. Though the man who had rescued him is kind and wants to console him and soothe him by trying to buy things a child would be interested in, still the child is inconsolable. No matter how strict parents may be, the bond between them and their child is very strong. Material things are no consequences with the love and the security of parents. The child was his parents, and without them he feels unprotected. So the bond between the child and his parents is irreplaceable. Means we cannot replace that bond. The bond of the child and parents is very strong. Nobody can change it. Okay? Now the last question is, what do you think happens in the end? Does the child find his parents? So the end is not given in the story, but we can assume. We should be positive. So I am not sure if the child will be able to find his parents, though the man appears to be very kind and gentle and try to console him and he could be just anyone. He may be a kidnapper or someone really good. So we cannot say. So we should be very hopeful that the child must have met with his parents, and we should be hopeful. So we think that the child really finds his parents. Okay. Now one more question is there. Talk about it. How to ensure not to get lost? How can we ensure that nobody should be lost, a child should not be lost? How can we ensure? So, not to get lost, we should follow some rules and regulation. First of all, if a child is very small, he should not leave the hand of his parents. Or it has been noticed that most of the children get lost in fairs or in mass. There are certain precautions which should we keep in mind not to get lost. While going to a crowd, fix a meeting point to wait in case of getting lost. If you wish to go in fair with your small children, address slip in children's pocket. A child should grasp their finger or hand of their parents. They should not leave their parents' companionship. They should keep on eyes to their parents. They should never be fascinated by things to fear. They must have an ordinary look even over them. So these are the questions we have discussed. Some extra questions also are there. We shall discuss them tomorrow. So it is for today. I shall send you the PDF also. So please understand the question and write them in your notebook. Bye.